Welcome to all of you. In this lecture, we are going to discuss about the DFT of two real sequences using single n-point DFT. Okay, now coming to the concept. So here we are going to consider two sequences. Let it be g of n and h of n. And in general, if we require to calculate the DFT of these two sequences, our usual procedure was apply DFT to g of n so that we get g of k as the answer. Then apply DFT to the sequence h of n so that we can get h of k. Now, the procedure what we are going to discuss is going to say that to calculate the DFT of these two sequences, that is for g of n and h of n, we are not going to make use of the DFT twice. Instead, we are going to make use only once, and then we are going to derive the DFT of both of these two sequences. That's what the name is going to say, two real sequences, that is DFT of two real sequences. These are the two real sequences using single n-point DFTs. That means to calculate the DFT of both of these two sequences, we are going to use DFT only once. So for that we are going to discuss the procedure over here, right? Okay, so starting with the first step, so we are going to take the complex sequence x of n. That means we are going to combine the sequence both g of n and h of n, and we have to create one sequence for that. Therefore we are going to have this procedure. So first step, we are going to generate the sequence x of n by using the representation x of n is equal to g of n plus j h of n. So that in the linear operation we are going to get x of k is equal to g of k plus j h of k. Again, so g of n is going to be x of n plus x conjugate of n divided by 2, and h of n is going to be x of n minus x conjugate of n divided by 2j we are going to have. In order to obtain g of k, we are going to represent g of k is equal to 1 by 2 DFT of x of n plus DFT of x conjugate of n, that will be equivalent to 1 by 2 x of k plus x conjugate of n minus k. Similarly, for h of k, it is 1 divided by 2j DFT of x of n minus DFT of x conjugate of n, that will be equal to 1 divided by 2j x of k minus x conjugate of n minus k. Now let us take a simple problem and have a realization of deriving the DFT of two sequences by making use of one single DFT calculation. Let us go through the problem statement. Find the 4-point DFTs of two sequences g of n and h of n defined below using single 4-point DFT. G of n is equal to 1201, h of n is equal to 2211. So the same question was asked in previous examinations for 9 marks once, and another time it was asked for 10 marks. Let us go through the solution. Let us first note down what has been given. G of n is equal to 1201 given, h of n is equal to 2211 given. So length of the sequence, that is also given in the question, that is a 4-point DFT. So n will become equal to 4. Coming to the stepwise operation. So our first step is to combine the sequences g of n and h of n to create one complex sequence x of n. That is done by x of n is equal to g of n plus j h of n. So we know what is g of n, we know what is h of n. Now position wise addition we are going to make, and we are going to get x of n like this. That means 1 plus 2j, that's the first term. Second one, 2 plus 2j, that's the second term. Similarly, the remaining two terms we are going to obtain, and we call that as the x of n. Now for the sequence x of n, we are going to apply the DFT. The DFT formula is given by x of k is equal to summation n is equal to 0 to n minus 1 x of n omega n nk for all the values of k from 0 to n minus 1. Since there are 4 points, we can stick on to the matrix relation of the DFT in order to obtain the answer. The same has been represented over here. So Twiddle factor values are represented here, and x of 0 to x of 3 values are represented here, and after matrix multiplication and simplification we are going to get this as the answer. So x of k will be equal to 4 plus 6j 2 minus 2 2j we are going to get. For further calculation we require one more, that is x conjugate of k, from which we are going to derive x conjugate of n minus k. So this x conjugate of n minus k is required for further calculation. So first let us have this x conjugate of k. Conjugate is nothing but complex conjugate we are going to take. Sign of the complex value is going to get reverted. Therefore, so in x of k we are having 4 plus 6j. In x conjugate of k we have got 4 minus 6j. Similarly continuation 2 minus 2 minus 2j we are going to have. So let us obtain x conjugate of n minus k. N is nothing but value 4. Therefore we are calculating for x conjugate of 4 minus k. From this we are going to obtain 4 minus 6j minus 2j minus 2 and 2. So that means now we have got the sequence x of k. Now making use of the concept of x of k, we have to split this into two parts so that we can obtain g of k and h of k. In order to calculate that, we require both x of k as well as x conjugate of n minus k. Now taking further, we are having the standard realization to obtain g of k, that is g of k is equal to 1 by 2 x of k plus x conjugate of n minus k. We know the values of x of k. We have derived this x conjugate of n minus k from x of k. That means both of these two values are available for us. We can have substitution for that and then we can find the answer. The same has been done over here. This is x of k representation. This is x conjugate of n minus k representation. After simplification, we are going to obtain this as the answer. After simplification of these two, we are going to obtain this answer. So remember, we are going to perform position wise addition, and then finally after simplification we are going to obtain this as the answer for g of k. For h of k, for that also we are going to have the formula, that is 1 divided by 2j x of k minus x conjugate of n minus k. We know both of these two values, that has been substituted. Then after simplification of this, we are going to obtain this as the answer. So only once we have calculated the DFT and obtained the DFT for both sequences, that is two sequences g of k and the h of k, we obtained. In this case we have to remember one concept. It has been discussed during the properties of the DFT that symmetry property can be applied to verify the answer of the DFT calculation. Here we can verify or apply the symmetry property to the g of k and to the h of k, but not to the x of k what we have calculated, because x of n we get as a complex value for which symmetry property of a real sequence is not applicable. So symmetry property of a real sequence is applicable only if the input sequence is real. In this case g of n is real, h of n is real, therefore corresponding to that one symmetry property is applicable for g of k and h of k, not for x of k. Thanks for joining.